Hey y'all, it's Nurse Key, and we are back with a Nurse Key podcast. This is episode 35, and I am about time you made it up here. Which you was nervous or something? You was scared. I got, y'all know, all my guests are special. Very handpicked. My special guest today, Mr. Fly Tye, Mr. Pressure himself. Okay.
What up?
I know I've been neglecting y'all for a couple weeks, but look, I come first, so that's how we gonna do that one. If you're new here, my name is Nurse Key. I am, you know my motto. I'm everything but a hater and a whore. And if you're not new here, I love y'all endlessly. I couldn't do this without y'all. So before I hold y'all up, because y'all know I got my babies with me, and I'm ready to get into it. I'm going to let him tell y'all who he is, what he do, why it's him. Let him give himself his flowers, and then we gonna get into it.
Hey,
how you doing?
How you feel?
How you feel?
Fly, how you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah, I'm for people who don't know, I'm Fly Tye, aka Big Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Artist from Cleveland, Ohio, man.
Cleveland.
Stepping.
Love my city.
Stepping.
Okay, that's it. That's all you got.
I mean, I
need the resume. Big Whoa, Fly Tye, artist. How long you been an artist?
Okay, all right. So you want like a bio?
I need the bio. I need when they leave here, they need to be like, all right, what's up with Fly Tye?
I'm an artist, man. I'm from Cleveland. I initially started music probably about I think like taking it super serious, probably like 2014. Put out a couple records that shook the city up. Got a couple records, caught some national attention, man. It's been a good streak, man.
What's
you know
your
what I'm saying?
favorite record?
I'm still running. Right now,
right now, from you, and then your other favorite record.
I think from me, my favorite record is Pressure. You know what I'm saying? By far, you know what I'm saying? Pressure, my favorite record. That's
okay.
like my have fun record. Put me in a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And industry records right now, I think
from the city.
From the city, I think from the city right now, it's a lot of good records from the city actually.
Top three.
Top three right now, I would say obviously Pig. She got the record for the ladies. That's a good record. The Pressure record that she got. Who else got some good crazy records going on right now, man? My boy Mott got a pretty dope record with the Flip Phone record. I like that record a lot. My boy AV, man, artist named Big AV, Free AV, man. That's my homie too. He got a lot of dope records too, man. Like I listen to him a lot too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do everything I do is for my city.
For sure.
For the world, we gonna get to y'all, but for my city, y'all heard it first here, the top three in the city right now. So yeah, make sure y'all check out Fly Tye. Make sure y'all check out his top three.
For sure.
And yeah, so anybody that's watching, y'all know Nurse Key, this is my turf, relationship based. I like to really, because it's big. Like, relationships are important, all kinds, all across the board. We can't do this life by ourselves, so. Okay, this ain't no this ain't no rapper lie interview.
No,
I used to want to be
good.
A rapper. Fun fact about Nurse Key.
You should have tried it, man.
I used to want to be a rapper when I was in high school.
Should have tried it.
You know me, you know.
You'd be surprised, you'd be surprised what people latch to. You know what I'm saying? Like you might put something out and it's enough people that relate to the record where you catch your wave.
The
you know
industry,
what I'm saying?
That's a deep, dark rabbit hole that I don't want to go down.
Yeah, no, it's intense.
It's crazy. And it take a special type. Like I tell people all the time, it take a special type of person to be a nurse. But it take a special type of person to be a rap artist.
Yeah, it seemed like that. But, I mean, when you got, like, a passion for it, you know what I'm saying? To me, it seemed like a hell of a person to be a nurse, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
But it's a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like if you got a passion for it, somehow you fight through, you know what I'm saying?
So the word of this episode gonna be pressure, right?
For sure.
That's gonna be the topic of the whole. Matter of fact, I can't wait till y'all see what it's called. That's that.
Pressure, for sure.
So, yeah, before we get started, make sure you tell them where they can find you. We gonna do this now, cause at the end, y'all know I'm ready to walk out the door and take me a nap. I can't wait to go to bed. I cannot wait to go to sleep.
Social platforms pretty much the same across the board. Fly Tye 216. FLYTYE 216.
Did they give you your blue check back yet, or you still?
Oh man, I'm still fighting, man. Still fighting, man. It's like I got myself in some big trouble, and it's like I can't figure myself out the rabbit hole. Instagram ain't getting back with me fast enough, man.
Is
so I'm still picking my bone with them.
Yeah. Oh, you beefing with them?
I'm beefing with Instagram.
Instagram,
man.
get my boy his blue check back. It's imperative. It's important. Like it separates the who's from the who. Okay, give him his blue check back.
It's mine. I want it now.
I'm happy you here. I can't wait for us to have this conversation.
I'm happy to be here, man. I told you we was gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. He booked the flight on me last week, so it ain't me. I was sleeping. I'm sure I was sleeping. Okay, so number one, y'all know how I get when I get how I get. So let's get into it. How much pressure is too much pressure when dealing with women? What's too much?
Like as far as what? Like
as
what
far
category?
As far as effort, as far as whatever, from beginning to end. Like
I mean,
how much?
I think
what's too much? Like when
effort wise, I think it's too much when it's uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like
when it's not mutual.
Not necessarily not mutual, but you know, women being how they is, they kind of attach faster than men sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think if that's your situation, if you approaching a man or if you trying to get into a situation with him, like do it within comfortable means, like all the way around the board. You know what I'm saying? Not just for him, but for you too. You know what I'm
saying? So you've been in an uncomfortable situation? Like just before, like
yeah, I think
like paint me a picture. Like give me an example of like a woman putting you in an uncomfortable position with like just the pressures of what she want, whether it's like, I don't know, maybe you just interested in just casually dating, but she just so adamant about being in some sort of a committed relationship with you, or yeah, like
I mean,
because I know what's too much pressure for me when dealing with these niggas, but that might be a little different for you.
I mean, you know, like I said, like women like just being emotional beings, man. It's like you know, you got to kind of deem yourself kind of responsible too, like for how you approach them and deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, we kind of make it uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, women come into situations too just to be friends, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, kind of build on something not as heavy as a relationship. So, I mean, like, I don't really want to just blame women. Like, it be us too, but like, you know, I just feel with women, you know, just. I think all situations should be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I think them the best type of relationships, like when it's comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I like to build, you know what I'm saying? Like I like to like kind of create a friendship first. You know what I'm saying? Because then, you know, going into the relationship is kind of like, it's easier. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to go into a relationship with somebody that you know, you fuck with. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like going into business. You know what I'm saying? Like the better relationship, a lot of times the better the foundation of that shit. So, you know what I mean?
So I guess in my dating experience, like I've had, well, now that I'm older, I understand how important it is to be friends first than it is to just jump right head first into a relationship. But like, you know, in my younger days, I would be immediately attracted to somebody and totally skip out past the part that we need to be friends or start off as friends. Like it was one of those
I think
things.
shit, I did that too. Everybody did that. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's just natural. Like sometimes you meet people and it just clicks so well that
to the point where it's
you
like,
kind of overlook everything else. You know what I'm saying? You just go into the situation feeling like it's the right thing. You know what I mean? But you know, sometimes time kind of revealed different. You know what I mean? So that's why you gotta have that friendship, because it's like it allow you to know, kind of know you a little bit. I can kind of like know when you mad. I can kind of get a sense of, what's
versus
going on with you without you telling
me.
me. You know what I'm saying?
So what I've been trying to do with the podcast as of lately, when I have my male guests on, is to kind of give the men who are invited in my very sacred space to be I guess, an advocate for the community that's so misrepresented. Like that's what I did with my last male guest. I wanted to make it a open space for, I guess, obviously, you can't speak for everybody,
For sure.
right? Everybody
For sure.
is their own person. But, speak for you and not allow me and my personal experiences to kind of trump other shit that I have no idea about, right?
Sure.
Obviously, I don't know what you've done in your personal life. I can only attest to what men have done to me and my personal experience. So when dating, like, when do you think it's too soon for us as women to ask too deep of serious questions? Like, so let's say you meet a girl, right? Boom, you meet her, you like her, y'all like each other, y'all kicking it, and then now it's y'all dating, y'all going out, y'all hanging out. Like, when do you think is it? Because me personally, I'm deep. I want to know, if we talk enough on the first date, I might get to asking you about your childhood and what you did and how your mama was, how your daddy was, what your triggers are.
I think,
and this is just me having a conversation without even knowing what I want the relationship to go to. I'm a vocal person. I like to have those type of conversations. So number one, I guess what I want to ask you is, do you think that those type of things should be established first? Like, okay, you don't even know if you want to be with this nigga. Like, why are you diving so deep into that if you don't even?
Me personally, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get too personal in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But the shit that I want to know, like I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes some of that stuff you want to know can affect how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So, some stuff I just prefer to know up front. You know what I'm saying? Some shit is just, I don't care to know. You know what I'm saying? How many niggas you fucked? You know what I'm saying? Shit of that nature. Like,
are we still asking that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't want that to, like, paint the picture for you completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, like, it's red flags to tell me that'll let me know. You know what I'm saying? How open you get. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily gotta know that number, you know what I'm saying? But your actions sometimes can tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see how you approach certain situations or how you think, depending on certain situations that you in, that could tell me what I need to know about you, you know what I'm saying? Without having to ask that level of question. But, just personal traumatizing type shit or triggers that, can create, like, problems in the relationship. I want to know that shit. Like,
or even within that friendship that you was talking about.
Yeah,
like,
sooner than later. But, just, again, within comfortable means, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think, like, meeting you today, certain shit I should be asking, you know what I'm saying? And if sometimes it work like that, sometimes you meet somebody, y'all might talk on the phone a couple hours and, y'all, there it is. Like, it's on the line the first day. 100%. Yeah, but, it ain't always that situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, every situation don't work like that. So just got to make sure that, it's within comfortable means, you know what I'm saying?
Comfortable. 2 words this episode: pressure and comfortable.
For real.
How can the two...
It's like, you feel me?
Because pressure ain't comfortable, you know that.
Well, depending on what kind of pressure it is, you know what I'm saying? But again, like, depending on what kind of person you is, like, pressure could be comfortable too, you know what I'm saying? Some of us is like thinkers, you know what I'm saying? Some of us like...
Well, I might be too deep of a thinker. I'm not gonna lie.
Some of us thinkers, you know what I'm saying?
I have a man on the phone with me 4, 5, 6 hours and make him... I be thinking like, damn, do you got a job? Do you do anything? Like, he probably thinking the same thing about me, because this is how conversations go, which is why I don't really enjoy dating men who, like, text me all day or what you doing? I hate that shit.
Yeah, texting be cool, but
no, texting be irritating.
Talking be better though.
I feel like I can't really bond with you if all you want to do is text me all day. How am I supposed to?
I think talking like just kind of put more meaning into it. Like, if you make you understand what the person's saying.
If you're texting me all day, before you know it, I'll pick up my phone. I'm that type of person. Like, I'm real hands-on with the things that I do, with my job, with my life, with my friends, with my man. Like, I it's a distance there if you want. And not only that, I'm a grown woman, okay? I am not 22-year-old little bitty key. I'm not. I don't even have that type of time. You know what I'm saying? The type of work that I do, I'm in a hospital 12, 13 hours a day. I can't text you all day. I gotta be able to hear your voice. I need to, and if it get real deep, I need to be able to look you in your face. I need to see how you respond. I need to see your body language when I'm asking you certain things or we having certain, because I need to know if you lying to me, trying to.
That don't mean you lying though.
What?
See what I'm saying? See, that got them standards, man. It's just,
So you mean to tell me you can't look at a person, right? Now, I don't have to be a woman. I'm talking about niggas. Like, you can't look and tell when somebody
I mean, you could feel
lies.
you could
Yeah,
feel like you
yeah.
can. You know what I'm saying? But that don't necessarily mean it's always right.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
How strong you think your intuition is?
Um,
Cause you know every woman got an intuition. I like to think that men got one too. So
um,
you think you got a good hand, you got a good judgment and good like
yeah, I think
of,
after you know the person for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to have like an intuition on somebody you don't know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, I feel like after I know the person, it's pretty strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you could tell in the body language sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
okay. So just to kind of deviate away from men and women, blah, 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 blah. It's the time shit. It's the time going up that got my brain on frazzle. Men and women as a collective, I kind of just want to pour into you. So when pressures of the world, right? Because I see like social media, just life period, is just so many, and I believe it too, men who feel like what they go through, like we don't even address, we don't even cater to, we don't have no idea. It's always about other shit versus what men are really actually dealing with. So when the pressures of the world hit you and you feel like you got the weight of the world on your shoulder, like what are some things that you do to kind of handle that? Like I'm talking about like by yourself. If you in a relationship, like how do you allow your woman to coexist and assist you with that? Like what does that look like? What do you need from a woman in that type of environment? Like let's go all the way there.
It's kind of like, you know, when we go through shit, man, like we just kind of grew up in a type of way where we just kind of like, you know, box it into ourselves. But I think like as you get older and you like kind of start trusting into people, like specifically women, like sometimes you know you learn to like be able to share those moments, you know what I'm saying? Like even though they might be intense for you, like you know you just grow that comfort with somebody where it's like, you know, sometimes it be as simple as a conversation with men, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a conversation that sometimes don't be had because we don't tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think like the best advice if I was giving that to somebody like is to like kind of grow people that you you know you like or love on that type of level where, you know what I'm saying, you ain't afraid to really express what you're going through, because sometimes it can help, you know, sometimes it's no help, you know what I'm saying, but nonetheless I think it's always good to like have that moment to vent it out, you know what I'm saying. A lot of men don't get to like vent, you know what I'm saying, whether it's, you know, not even to the homies, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes men go through shit and your homie don't even know, you know what I'm saying. I done had times like, you know, some of my tightest dogs, I talk to them 5 times a day and don't know they going through, you know, some of the shit they going through. And it's not that he hiding it, but it's just, you know, you grow up in a type of way where you get used to just, you know, going through your issues on, you know, on your own. So, you know, for me personally, I like to, you know, I just like I'm more like a family oriented type of person. Like, you know what I'm saying, my kids stay with me, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, it's a lot of times when I had those type of shifty days, you know what I'm saying, like I just like to, you know, be around my immediate people, you know what I'm saying, because sometimes, you know, that be the little lift you need to get you back rolling, you feel me. So that's just how I deal with it personally. Like over the years I just learned to get close to the people immediately around me, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, whether it's a talk or just being around somebody, you know what I'm saying, that like, you know, get that motor back started, you be good. That's usually what it take for a man. Once the motor back started, you good, you know what I'm saying. It's like the problem you was having,
Yeah, it don't even matter.
it's part of the past now in 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, just everybody got their own different vice with that, you know what I'm saying.
So how do you think us as women, like just the community of women, can like, I guess, what am I trying to ask? Because it's not on this card. How can we? Wow, my brain just went blank. Like I heard it. As soon as you said something about your kids, I'm like, boom. You said to me, fuck it. I'll come back to it. I don't know. God, I wanted to, because it just, it's flowing. Like I didn't even touch the questions. I don't know how I see cards because it's just, I don't know. How can we, what did I want to ask? How can we do better at allowing y'all to, like, you know, you at war with the world, but when you come in that house, there's no war there. Like, because a lot of times, I know me, I feel like I got the answers. I'm not going to lie. Y'all know me. I'm a Virgo. I'm very calculated. I feel like I got a lot of shit in this life figured out. I will feel like I got the solution to your problem without you even telling me what that problem is. And it may not be what you need. Like, that's just like, I tell people all the time, that nigga bought you a bag and you really just needed a hug. Like,
For
that's
sure.
not what you needed. So like, what do you think we need to do more of to get y'all to be like? Obviously, that's an internal thing. A lot of times when niggas don't want to vent and open up, but how, like, if we are in y'all space, like, what do we need to do more of to get y'all to help y'all with those pressures of the world? Because that world against y'all out there
you gotta
is
like
a heavy one.
you gotta like understand your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know those happy vices for them. You know what I'm saying? So like once you understand somebody, like, you know, it could be times like me and my girl could be into it or something, and you know, I just know those like small things that could just switch this around, everything, like the attitude out the door. You know what I'm saying? And now it's back a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just kind of like know your partner, man. And I think once you know that, then you start figuring out things to do that's around that happy thing for them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's the kids, you know, everybody again got their own, you know, go to for that, but whatever it is, like learn that happy space for them. You know what I'm saying? I think enough women don't like take the time to learn like your man, like happy space, like what makes him happy. You know what I'm saying? Outside of, you know what I'm saying, coochie and even gifts sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know, you got a boss for real, you can't never really match what he doing, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? So we don't always expect to get it back in a gift form. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it come in the form of a conversation, or it come in the form of just doing that gesture that you know I like. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to learn your partner, man, or you'll never be able to assist with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you push me in a direction away from where the happy space is. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know which direction to push me to, you know, get me to where I'm happy. You feel me? Yeah, you gotta know who you dealing with, man.
Wow. Checked off that list. Checked off that. Checked off that. Okay. So let me ask you something. Random, way off this scale, but I don't know if it's a straightforward answer, but I guess I just want to know because it's gonna lead into my next question. Why do men string women along? Well, why you think? We obviously not. Listen, we done heard a lot about him. He got kids. He got his girl. He know her. He figured it out. So we're not talking about men like him, right? But obviously we know a lot of.
You know, I've been a string along before. I done that too. You know what I'm saying? But I think the reason why it's looked at as that is because a lot of times women be looking for more.
The practice. So
yeah, they like kind of be looking for more than what you're trying to present at that time. So it feel like stringing along when in reality it's like I kind of not ready for what you trying to cast upon me. You know what I'm saying?
So why not the simple solution and just be like,
it ain't always that simple. Like this the thing with women. Like a lot of things that y'all say on paper is simple is not always simple. You know what I'm saying? Because you know. Sometimes, you know, as men, you carry the burden of knowing that you made somebody hurt too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you mess with a chick and we may not necessarily be in a relationship yet, it might take a month before I realize I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't like you as much. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Okay, now this the
real
part.
Talk. Sometimes I'm telling you, man, that's how it goes. You can't just know if you like somebody all the time in a week.
But I feel like you know it. No, we ain't talking about a week.
Sometimes it might take a month for you do that red flag that I catch. You know what I'm saying? You might be all green until the 43rd day. You know what I'm saying?
And now it's like, oh, I really don't like her.
Because you might have triggered something for me. You might have did something that made me think about my past situation. Why I ain't too keen to jumping into a relationship. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I'm saying. Like women don't allow men to like figure things out on their terms. Just like pretty much if we like each other, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it'd be like, you know, I ain't necessarily ready to go yet. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's better to keep you in that space than to be a girl, you know, than to be my girl. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that just come with a different side of you at times. You know what I mean?
And I hear you, and then I also feel like we be so much on your time just because, like, let's say.
No, not necessarily.
I feel like
not
that.
Necessarily.
Because let's say I am ready for a relationship, right? And then the guy that I'm dealing with, he's not. Naturally, me wanting to, well, not now, right? Not at this person, but before, right? Whatever. And a lot of women that I know and don't know, and I feel like kind of adhere to this type of shit. Instead of just saying, okay, we're not on the same page, we wait for you to get ready. just for you to never get ready or to go do something else, or for you to decide, okay, it's day 43 and I don't even like you, but I got you in this space just in case I might like you again, or you might be doing something for me.
I mean, look, sometimes it be small detail that don't get talked about too, right? So like, what about the small detail shit, like, excuse me, like where he might have been trying to holler at you for a year before you decided you was ready to give him time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't speak of that small detail. Y'all only speak about that 43 days. You feel me? You don't speak about the 180 days before that. Every time he seen you at the bar, he was trying to get your attention. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what the turnoff might have been for him. But you don't think about that small detail. You just go to that 43 days. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about perspective for real. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't even always really about being strung along. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes, like, the timing be bad. I tried to get with you for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? And now something else, like, might have my attention a little bit more than you now. And that's realistic. You know what I'm saying? And that's fair. You know what I'm saying?
I get, and it is fair. It's very fair. But I guess the very obvious difference is a woman just flat out, you know, that's 180 days of you just being persistent. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really budging or biting versus 43 days of you kind of entertaining something. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of putting it in her mind that it might end up being this with all your gestures and, you know, all your things.
Like I said, sometimes it might be a balancing act, man. You know what I'm saying? You might get caught in that 43 days of, you know.
How many real niggas you know, aside from yourself? Couple?
Yeah, I know a few. I would consider.
What kind of friend are you? Like, is you one of them friends that see your friend being a foul nigga and you kind of don't say nothing
foul
about
nigga,
it?
what you mean by that?
Just foul. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, I guess, I don't know. What's foul? It's, again, everything on this podcast is about
relationship shit, you saying?
Relationship shit, right.
All right, so if one of my
let's
homies...
say one of your homies is not necessarily where you are in your life on the terms of relationships, and he kind of just all over the place, but he got somebody, but he doing a whole bunch of other shit. Are you the type of friend that's like, damn, bro, like, da-da-da-da, like, that's not cool? No?
Oh.
You stay out of it?
I mean, the thing is like with men, like, I could offer my opinion, but ultimately, like, as a man, you're going to do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just best to, like, kind of stay out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's, like, personal, like, you know what I'm saying? On the situation, like, where your homie is dating your sister or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, then, you know, that's a little different. But as far as, like, the homie dating women or having a girl and dating other women, like,
you just stay out of it.
Yeah, it's not really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I mean, I get that. Like, it's not really...
Yeah, it ain't my thing. Business. Like, what can I do? Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think sometimes, like, cause the girlfriend always look at the friend like, you helped them do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? You become the victim. I'm a victim now. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This a grown man.
You don't, right? You don't, but it's,
what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a question for y'all. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You was with that nigga when he was doing all that, and don't come smiling in my face. Just stay out my way.
No, listen. From that perspective, being that friend, like, you know, I what he do with his time don't got nothing to do with it if I'm 100%. Cool with you. So it's like, if I see you, look, like, if you deal with my homie, you know what I'm saying, and I see you despite what y'all going through, I'm going to speak. That's the type of friend I am. You feel me? So it's like,
right, no, that's cool.
And if he dealing with somebody else, you know what I'm saying, and I see this person, I'm going to speak. And that's my only job in this, is just to be mutual.
Just to be cool, just to be cordial.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Do you know how many times it'd be a situation like that, and the friend, we talk about the friend that has now been put in this unconsciously. I guess I'm cool with that, right? We adults, yeah. Keep it cordial. It's not your beef. Like, I'm not fucking you.
I ain't did nothing.
You ain't did nothing to me.
Because technically, that's what it come down to. Like, I really did nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The part where people take it a step further is when they do insert themselves in it, right? So now you trying to speak for this nigga and lay it on so thick, like, oh yeah, he says he love you.
No.
He did.
I mean, but look, this the thing. Sometimes
I don't like niggas.
This the thing, but.
I'm joking.
Sometimes that's what he really feels, even if y'all don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, you know, a man doing what he want to do with his time don't really necessarily mean to me or to that person what how he feel about the person is he doing it too. You know what I'm saying? You know, he might really do love you. You know what I'm saying? You might really do be the one. You know what I'm saying? But because that's what I hear. I can only give you what I hear. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm just a cordial friend. I ain't really the friend to lay it on.
Bystander.
Yeah, I'm a victim. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a victim. I ain't got nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? Now I see you in the bar, you cutting your eye at me like what? I ain't did nothing.
Everybody, you guilty by association. That's why, you know what, I be staying away from a nigga friend. Oh, this show, okay, cool, we cool, that's it. I don't even.
And that's all it's supposed to be. Like I said, whenever I see you, what's up?
Yep, and that's it. Keep
that's
it moving.
It. I don't even. I can know about everything, cool. But I don't know nothing. I don't
I'm only
talk.
asking because.
See, I'm the friend that don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be in it. You feel me? Like, don't listen, man. When I see you, hey, you good?
I'm only good. Asking that because you know, like when it come to women. Our men hate our friends for the craziest shit. Like, oh yeah, she told you to leave me alone. She a hater. Like, so I was just kind of wondering, like, how do it go? It's a double standard at times. I ain't gonna lie, but it just like that's just one of them things. Like,
no, I just feel like, man. See, it's hard to talk about this because my viewpoint, like, really is like see, you gonna hate me for this, man. You gonna hate me, man.
Why would I hate
certain
you
stuff.
For it? This is a safe space. This whatever.
I feel like certain things that men do, just women shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I feel like that is because, like, kind of y'all have to wear it different than we do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, if a man is out messing around with numerous women, you know what I'm saying? Numerous women, excuse me, and a woman is doing the same thing. Of course, although this is the same thing, ultimately it really don't look the same.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that, though, 100%.
So you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like, you know, with women, you know, you can't like, yeah, it's just certain stuff men do you can't do. You know what I'm saying? And like, I didn't make them rules, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of abide by it.
Yeah, you kind of just abide by it.
I just abide by it, man, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have to really be specific or nothing, but
no, we get it.
A lot of shit that men do, I just 100%. Don't feel like women should do because it's just, you know, y'all have to wear it different than we do, you know what I'm saying?
So on that note, obviously men has always been able to have pleasure of women, and women are just not supposed to be those type of women. We get
at the end of the day, because it's like, you know, to save your face card, I just think it's best if you know it's something you're not willing to deal with to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because that got a lot less wear and tear than sticking around and doing the same thing back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to y'all not, because, you know, a lot of times y'all want to see a nigga where that hurt is bad. As you know what I'm saying? He might have made you wear it, but ultimately, like, down the road, you know what I mean, the tail of the tape is, you know, go with y'all a little longer than with us.
Listen.
Feel me? So when y'all make those impulsive decisions.
When I say leave them niggas, y'all be mad. Fly Tye said don't stay and
No, I mean, I ain't gonna tell a chick to leave. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I like, if my homie in a relationship and him and this girl get into it, me personally, you know what I'm saying, I'll try to give her the advice to stick around. You know what I'm saying?
Why though?
I mean, you know,
because that's your homie.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If I know that she likely happy with him, you know what I'm saying, despite whatever that moment is they going through, you know what I'm saying, I'll tell her to fight through. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, shit just different nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, relationships kind of, they way tougher now. They way tougher to be in, man. Like, temptation way higher. Like, shit just different. It ain't the 70s no more, man. You know what I mean? Social media, like, kind of make relationships tougher for sure, because it kind of create, like, that standard for y'all sometimes. You know what I mean? That just might not be up to standard for y'all. You feel me? So
that standard is unrealistic too, honestly.
Sometimes,
but that's a whole
on both ends, for sure.
That's 100%. I think so too, because you got the standard of men. The standard of a man these days, the shit is crazy.
What's the standard of a man?
Just versus just social media. Like,
what's like
my standard?
What's the standard of a man? Yeah, like.
Well, I mean, for me, my general standard is you just got to be real across the board, and whatever that entails. If you gonna tell me how much of a piece of shit nigga you is, just be real about it. If you gonna be a stand-up nigga, just do that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your word, stand on your word, have integrity. That's my top standard. And then all of the details after that, hard working, can get money. If he ever lose it, can get it. All of the but I'm saying, like, social media, you see all these super rich ass niggas on a regular day buying a bitch a Mercedes Benz
Yeah, I
with
mean,
500,000 roses in the back seat, and
Yeah,
now,
you gotta
you mad at your nigga
gotta
about
create.
something that you know what I'm saying, your own
You
standard.
gotta create.
I
You
believe
gotta create like standards within realistic means. Like, you feel me?
100%.
Like sometimes, like that's a lot of reason why some women, don't be in situations because they adapt to standards that might not be theirs, and men too. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, we expect stuff out of women that kind of be a little unrealistic at times. You know what I'm saying? But I think whatever your standard is has to be within realistic means. You know what I'm saying? Like
comfortable.
a lot of women don't like. To me at times, and I'm just viewing from the standpoint of somebody just, seeing what I see. You feel me? It's like sometimes the standard of what they, look for in a relationship, like sometimes you don't reach that standard to get that kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, you feel me? So,
Listen, I tell people, oh, I thought you waved the same. Oh, that was your foot. Oh, sorry, you keep this. I tell people all the time, like, I don't ask you for nothing that I can't give you. And I think that a lot of people should just believe that. Like, a lot of people should kind of stick to that. Like, I mean, it may be times where I can't give you what you give me for whatever reason, but I'm not going to really be out here stressing and pressuring you and putting all this pressure on you to be something to me that I can't reciprocate. I think relationships should be reciprocal. And
it's just hard to find balance
in
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, depending on what kind of guy you is, like, like, man, relationships tough, man.
That's
you know
just
what I'm saying?
The moral to the
Yeah,
relationship.
it's tough, man, because it's like, it's hella easy to give up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it make more sense a lot of times to just try to stick it out if you can. You know what I mean? Sometimes some situations ain't. Bounce backable, if that's a word. You know what I'm saying? We can't bounce back from that. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But, if it's room for y'all to do it, then yeah, I think that'd be best, depending on how much y'all invested. You know what I mean? If y'all deeply invested, then yeah, because it's like, shit, man, what you gonna do?
You got more to lose then.
Yeah, it's like, what you gonna do? Start over somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it'd be worth it. Sometimes not.
So,
you know what
okay, what do you think? You think women should give one man 1,000 chances, or a couple hundred men one chance?
Me personally, 1,000, 6,000, one man, 6,000. Me personally, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, again, it's kind of like what your peak level is. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff you just not willing to improvise, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool, you know what I mean?
I think I asked this on one of my other podcasts, but it was with mine. But he was so focused on making this a Venus versus Mars thing that he couldn't even really focus on what I was asking him. But do you think the value of us as women go down if we do stay after too much shit?
No, hell no. Nah. Only time it go down is
so like if let's say. And I don't mean to.
You gotta
make
think
it, like,
about the next
horrible,
man. The next man getting you.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Going into that next situation. Like me personally, if I'm meeting a woman, I would much rather know that you've been in a situation with one man for the last 10 years, despite whatever the hell you went through, as opposed to giving up on 50 different dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. I would prefer to know that, because you know what I'm saying. It just kind of lets you know that not necessarily to do the same thing that the last nigga did, but maybe she understanding, like maybe there's room to build with this person a little bit, because you know what I'm saying, maybe she a little more understanding, like, and especially in today's society, like shit different. Like you can't be upset with your man for like liking pictures and just simple shit. You know what I'm saying?
Real severe shit. Like I'm talking about a nigga who just can't lead. Like, and I don't
like
mean
I
to
said,
make
it just depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes relationships go down the drain and it be about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Relationships that possibly could have had some potential.
100%.
And go down the drain because like really about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Social media, like small shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Now I'm saying within that relationship, not necessarily to the next man. Obviously he gonna see her as, gold.
For sure.
I'm saying to the person that she with, like you just doing this, doing that, and every time she just not saying no to nothing, she just sticking it out, staying it out. Do her value go down to you? Do you value her less? by her staying through your bullshit constantly, not knowing her worth enough to leave your ass to figure it out.
I don't think so. I mean, it's just like it's kind of perspective. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like when that type of stuff happen, like me personally, you know what I'm saying? If in my situations that I've been in, if I've like got caught cheating or something like that, like it kind of took for that situation to happen to kind of understand like what it do to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes that be enough to make you tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes like, and I ain't saying like you should cheat to get the best out of your relationship, but I'm saying sometimes those type of moments like kind of really create the real strength in the relationship because you kind of get to understand and see what it do to your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like how it tear it down. So sometimes, you know, you straighten up, you know, just because you don't really want to take them down that path again. You know what I mean? And then some niggas just never see the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? 100%. They just, you know, they doing them. They stepping the whole time. You know what I mean?
Lord, they'll take their foot off your neck.
You know what I'm saying?
God, they'll let you just down in the water. They don't let you come up to breathe at all.
But it's like even when you stay, you still can create a standard to kind of clean that up though. You know what I'm saying? I think so. If he like you enough, you know what I'm saying? Or if he love you enough, whatever the case may be. If he on that type of level with you, you know what I mean? I feel like you could implement new things or new rules or standards that you're going to go by that could kind of give you a view if he willing to tighten up or not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess it is solely dependent on the on who you dealing with. Cause I didn't see a magnitude of situations to where it's like, well, cheating, he ain't stopping cause you ain't leaving.
But cheating is fragile too in 2023. You feel me? Because it's like cheating is like it depends on who you're dealing with. Everybody don't see everything as cheating. Like some women, like if I go out in the nightclub, you could be with one woman who don't mind you doing whatever you was doing out. You know what I'm saying? If you buy a chick a drink, whatever, if you're networking, whatever the case may be. And then there's other women who will get down your back about women being in the section where you was at, whether they there for you or not. You know what I'm saying? So 100%. It just depends on who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't as intense. You know what I'm saying?
I'm stuck in the middle. I don't know if I'm not intense, too intense. I have not figured it out.
Probably a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I guess it depends. Again, it must just depend on the
But
situation.
you might not be like that for every nigga. Some niggas just get you like that. Some niggas get your nose open like that. You know what I'm saying? Where
some don't. Where the nose is closed. Okay.
It's levels.
I feel like I know. What's my sign? Go on and tell me. Perfect. A perfect 45. Cause he told me to do an hour, but I don't know. I don't got an hour in me to be talking about niggas that cheat in the club and being sexual.
Yeah.
No, just playing. Ty, I'm so happy you came.
No, I appreciate it, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gonna come on here and be trying to just, I don't know, but you got good conversation.
I ain't like the female basher. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really like that.
I was hoping, you know how many people want to get on here just to kind of get that off, and it's like, look.
No, like, man, I like women, man. Like, I appreciate women, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes y'all can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but,
like,
you know, ultimately, though, man, you know, can't live without them. Can't live with them, can't live without them. You know what I'm saying? The cliche saying.
And
man,
I agree. It's we all gotta. That's where I'm going with this. So, what can we expect next? What's next?
We'll do a project, man, probably in the next couple of weeks, man. Like, you know, it's about to get warm outside, so city gonna need a new bop, you know
100%. Well, I'm happy you came. I appreciate your energy, your conversation, your wisdom.
Sure.
Don't think that men don't listen to it, because they do. They see me in the spot like, yeah, when you was on the one podcast talking, I was this, yeah.
No, y'all be saying some shit too. We ain't gonna act like y'all don't get off on us. Y'all get off, you know what I'm saying? You know, but we get off too, man. So, you know.
Well, we excited for the next project. Y'all know I love my city. I love anybody that's coming out of the city doing great things for the city. So with that said, this is, what I say, episode 35? We getting up there. You got to come back. For episode, 50? I'm going to have a big old party.
Big 50.
Big 50. Big 50.
Big 50, yeah.
This is the Nurse Key Podcast, and I will see y'all when I see y'all.